Wait till I see it coming on. Should be live. Yeah. Strange, isn't it? Oh, we're live. We are live now. Welcome to the channel. I was chatting away to myself and didn't even know that the camera wasn't on. I was just going through the teams today for the Liverpool Nottingham Forest live watch along. Alisson Becker's in goal in a 4-3-3 formation for Arne Slot. Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Konate and Keke as the back four. McAllister and Gravenberch and Jones the midfield for Liverpool, and Salah and Gakpo with Isak back in the team after his injury layout. Interesting to see how he goes. So that's the Liverpool side. Forest are going for a 4-2-3-1 formation, so Sean Dyche is slightly more defensive, as you would expect, being the away team, and the fact that they're languishing down in the relegation zone. They're desperate for points, so start with Sells in goal. Savona, Milenkovic, Murillo and Williams a bit of back four. Sangari and Anderson will be the, I say the holding midfielders, but Anderson does like to get forward. Undoy, Gibbs-White and Dominguez will be supporting Igor Jesus up front. Big game for both these teams. If we look at the tables, we'll see that Liverpool are languishing down in 8th position, which is poor return for them so far, having lost 5 games. Lost the last one against Man City. Wasn't a great game for Liverpool. They were poor and were well beaten by Man City. 18 points, 8 points behind Arsenal. They won't want to drop any more points today and find that their title defence is probably gone for the season. Looking at Nottingham Forest, they're down into 19th position on 9 points. They had a good win against Leeds last time before the international break, but they're still in the relegation zone. But a win today would take them out. A point probably wouldn't. If you didn't know what the score from earlier was, it was Chancellor 2, Burnley 0, so Burnley is still right down in there. Games kicking off at the same time as this one. Bournemouth against West Ham at 3 o'clock. Brighton and Brentford. Fulham and Sunderland. Obviously Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. And Wolves and Crystal Palace. Some big games for teams down there. West Ham and Wolves especially. Fulham are down there as well. So some teams desperate for points playing this afternoon. And we will keep an eye on these scores as we go along. Just for the moment, we're keeping an eye on the game we're watching. You can get involved in the live chat if you want to. Get your thoughts in on this game. Or if you just want to give us a score prediction, be interesting to see what you think, who's going to win this. You would think that Liverpool would start the favourites, but who knows? Who really knows? Depends which Liverpool team turns up, I guess. 5 minutes away from the kickoff. Chance to get your thoughts in before the game starts. We will concentrate on the game once the game starts, but I'll keep an eye on the live chat, and if there's anything relevant comes up, I'll bring it up during the game. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're over 200 now, and we're pushing on to 225 and up to 250, but can only do that with your help. It doesn't cost anything. We're not asking for any money or anything off you, just a subscription and a like as well. That just helps the channel grow. But if you want to join us for further watch-alongs, then hit that notification bell as well. We do appreciate everybody watching and helping that way. The two teams are lining up in the tunnel, so we're not far off kick-off. Liverpool team hand in hand with their mascots as they start filing out from inside the Anfield tunnel underneath the "This is Anfield" sign, that famous Anfield sign. So we're not far away from kick-off. Get the first half timer ready. Just going through these teams again. For Liverpool, it's Alisson, Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Konate, Kerkez, McAllister, Gravenberch, Jones, Salah, Isak and Gakpo. And for Forest, it's Sells, Savona, Milenkovic, Murillo, Williams, Sangare, Anderson, Undoy, Gibbs-White, Dominguez and Igor Jesus. Teams are out on the pitch there, so we're not far off a kick-off. They're just going for the usual preliminaries before the game gets started. Like I say, we will keep on an eye on the other scores where we can, where we get a break in play. But the earlier kick-off was Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. Keeps Chelsea up in the European places, and it keeps Burnley down perilously close to that bottom three. I think that I was impressed with Igor Jesus when he played against Leeds a couple of weeks ago. He was a handful before he was taken off late in the second half. Gibbs-White and Anderson were impressive, so they'll be looking for a big game from them. Not far off kick-off. Liverpool just getting into the team hug as usual. As the crowd sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" at Anfield. Another massive crowd at Anfield, as you would expect. I won't imagine you can get tickets for that place that easily. Liverpool playing all in red, their usual kit, and Forest are all in white, their change kit. Liverpool moving off to the left, so we'll be kicking from left to right in this first half. I don't know who's got the kick-off at the moment, because Liverpool are back in another huddle, as Forest probably are as well. Can Isak get among the goals? His first for Liverpool. I don't think he's scored one from yet. How fit is he? How much of a game can he get out of him? 60, 70 minutes, probably the best, you would imagine. But we're seconds from kickoff now. Liverpool are kicking off in his first half, kicking from left to right. And away we go. It's high into the air, headed away by Forest. Gibbs-White tries to bring it down. Konate is penalised for a foul, just short of the centre circle in the Forest half. Fast free kick. Anderson takes it, moves out to the right-hand side. Ends all the way back with Sells. And left-footed, he's going to drive it down the left-hand side. Szoboszlai wins the header, heads it back into midfield. Sangare gets out to the right-hand side. Kerkez gets his foot in though, gets it to Konate. Konate lays it back to Gravenberch, who's deep, to Van Dijk. Konate again to Szoboszlai in the right-back position. Konate again. Goes out to Mohamed Salah. He just loses control there, and Williams gets his toe in and puts it out for a throw to Liverpool. Szoboszlai takes it. Goes all the way back to Jones. Jones gives it back to Szoboszlai. Back to Jones, being forced back. Going to go back to Alisson. He lays it out to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Jones. Squeezed by Dominguez, gives it to Konate, back to Van Dijk, and Van Dijk goes right-footed long, looking for the run of Gakpo, but it's too long and it runs out for a goal kick. chance to see just what sort of form Mo Salah's in. He's scored a couple of goals, but there's been rumours that he's not been at his best, and I think that's probably fair to say. Salah's about to take the goal kick. High, deep, central. Konate wins the header. Jones can't win it. Into midfield, Gibbs-White going through the middle. As McAllister took the ball off him, but McAllister's penalised, and there's a free kick for Forest in a dangerous position. It's central, and it's only a few yards outside the Liverpool box. Didn't seem to be much in it. Didn't see much in that, to be honest. It's Gibbs-White who was fouled. He went over under the challenge, but it looks shoulder to shoulder to me. This is about 25 yards out, but it's very central. Maybe a chance. It's far enough out to be able to have a shot at goal. As Williams and Anderson for Forest are stood over the ball. It's been left for Murillo now. He's come forward. Hands in the air, taking a bit of a run up. Coming in now. Left foot is going to have a shot. And he does. It's a low one that hits somebody in the box there. And then Murillo holds his hands up and holds his hand up as it hit McAllister in the chest. And then it was Dominguez who hit the rebound over. Williams has the ball now, gives it to Anderson. To Murillo on the half. To Murillo on the halfway, plays it inside. Anderson to Williams. Williams didn't know where the ball was, and Szoboszlai gets in there. Salah's quickly under pressure, but he wins the throw. Jones plays it inside. McAllister turns it to Szoboszlai. Jones, who's deep, gets it into Konate. Konate can come forward in the centre to the halfway. Gets out to the right-hand side to Mo Salah. He's got a chance to attack Williams, and he's going to go around Williams. Williams gets his foot in, though, and it goes out for a corner. Williams thought it was a goal kick, but it was obviously a corner. And Mo Salah is quickly across to take this one. All the big guys are up for Liverpool for this corner. Left-footed in-swinger from Mo Salah from the right. And it comes now. One to attack, but it's headed away. Gibbs-White got it away. Gakpo has it on the edge of the box. He puts his cross back in now. And Konate was there, and he had a free header. And he mistimed his jump, and it went over his head. Great chance there. A great cross from Gakpo from that far side. Goal kick goes high. McAllister, that was Jones who got his body in on Dominguez. Ball goes out for a throw. Szoboszlai is going to take it. He's looking for options into the middle. Isak can't control the ball. Jones goes down, but plays advantage as the ref. Gakpo just lost it, had to go back to retrieve it. Kerkez in support. McAllister under pressure, back to Kerkez. Kerkez halfway, gives it back to Van Dijk. Across to Konate. Inside to Curtis Jones, to Szoboszlai, back to Konate. just inside the Liverpool half. Konate gives it to Van Dijk. Gakpo down the line for Kerkez, who's made a run. He turned and got a bit of space. He plays it into the box, but it's cleared away by Milenkovic. Gravenberch wins it back door in midfield. Gives it to McAllister. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Kerkez to Gakpo on that far side. Can attack. Well, he's gone round his man, though. He's into the box. 6 yard box. He's got a shot across, has he? Must be a goal here. And how did McAllister miss that one? Hit somebody on the line, I think. I thought it looked easier to score than it did to miss. Kerkez in again. McAllister, it's another shot that's deflected high. And it's headed away by Dominguez for a corner. Maybe we can see why McAllister missed that one. It looked an easy chance. There was a few men in front of him, and I think one of them must have got in the way. Oh, did it hit on the line there? Oh, it hits Anderson on it. He got his head to it right on the line to keep it out. In comes the corner from Salah again now. Headed away by Murillo. Jones heads it down. Gravenberch picks up, gives it back to Jones, who's moved it across in support. Inside to Szoboszlai. Back to Jones. Jones lost control, though. Anderson got him, but it's retrieved again by Kerkez on the halfway line now. Gravenberch back to Kerkez. Back to Gravenberch. Dominguez is... No, it was Igor Jesus was in on him quickly. All the way back to Becker. Becker then gets it out. It's Van Dijk now. Across to Konate on this near side. Straight to Salah, getting the ball to him early. His ball hits the back heels of Williams, but comes to Jones. Jones gives it to Szoboszlai on the edge of the box. McAllister swings it across to the left. Kerkez has got Gakpo in support. Gakpo has the ball now on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Comes inside, looking for an opening. It wasn't there. Tries to chip it across to Szoboszlai, but it's over him. And in fact, it goes all the way out to the far side and out for a throw to Forest. Ball's with Murillo. Under pressure from Isak, he gives it to Sells. Sells out of his box, drives it long. Looking for Jesus. Giving Van Dijk a hard time. Igor Jesus there. Told you he was a handful from last time. Nothing given by the referee. Becker gives it back to Van Dijk. Gives it to Konate. Szoboszlai back to Konate, back to Szoboszlai. On the near side, goes down the line, looking for the run of Salah. He's got a run on Williams. Can he keep it in? He can keep it in. Williams gets in there quickly and concedes another corner to Liverpool. Probably the fourth already. Szoboszlai is going to take this one this time. Right-footed away swinger this time. To the back of the box. Van Dijk gets his head there. The rebound comes to Anderson. He clears it long. It goes all the way through to Alisson. Alisson and Gravenberch. Van Dijk goes long and right, looking for the run of Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai gets it to bring it down and get it under control. Jones gives it to Salah. On the edge of the box on his left foot, he lays it inside for McAllister. Tries to give and go, but it's cleared away before it can get back to Salah. Konate under pressure from Gibbs-White. 80% possession so far for Liverpool, and that's understandable as Kerkez will come down the left-hand side now. He's got Gakpo in support and gives it to Gakpo. Kerkez goes on, gets the ball back from Gakpo, tries to cross it. It looks like it hit Undoy and then hit Kerkez before it went out, and it's given us a goal kick. Just see that on the replay again. Absolutely, it did. Good decision by the ref. Sells his taking his time taking this one, but eventually he goes high, very high. Canate is up and wins the header, drops at the feet of Anderson. He's under pressure. He goes back to Murillo, back to Anderson. Anderson skips round Jones, gets out wide to Gibbs White. Gibbs White lays out wide. He's pushed and Doy wide, but wide it is. It's crossed in. It's Jesus who tried to bring it down, but then it's cleared away by Zoboslai to the halfway. Murillo still holds it off. It's well done. He gets it to Milenkovic. He gives it to Anderson on the halfway line. He comes across to the left to Williams, who's got a bit of space now. On his right foot, he puts a curling cross in, but it's bending away from the Forest runners as they were coming into the box, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick on the far side. It's taken quickly. Van Dijk now. Gives it to Curtis Jones. Waits for Canate to catch him up and then lays it across to Canate. He goes across to Van Dijk. Into McAllister, back to Van Dijk. Zoboslai in the centre circle. Gives it back to Van Dijk. Still on the halfway line. And Canate gets the ball now. Back to Zoboslai. Looking for a ball. Can't see one. Gives it back to Canate. And then it goes back to Van Dijk. Gakpo now. Hugging the touchline on the far side. Kerkez gives it back to Van Dijk. Zoboslai. Salah now. A chance to lay it inside to Jones. Jones back to Zoboslai. Back to Jones again. Being forced backwards. Lays it inside to McAllister. McAllister back to Zoboslai. Zoboslai tries to nutmeg Anderson, but he got his leg in the way there, did Anderson. Concedes the throw. Deep inside the Forest half, though. It's taken quickly, given to Salah. Back to Zoboslai. Jones in support. Back to Zoboslai now. Plays it inside to Salah again. Trying to get it on his left foot, trying to open it up. He's gone round one, goes round two, gets a right-footed crossing. And it was Kerkez at the back post. Had his shot, but he was closed down really quickly, was Kerkez, and his shot was deflected high. And I think it went over the bar for what I would imagine will be a corner. Forest players really got in quickly there. They're not hanging about. They're not ball watching the Forest defenders. It's a great play by Salah. He went around about 4 people and cut the ball back. See how Kerkez comes in now. It didn't end up as being a corner. It's given us a goal kick. And Doy goes down on the far side under the challenge from Kerkez. The ball goes out and it's given us a throw to Forest. Milenkovic spreads it wide to the left to Williams. Looking for the ball inside for Dominguez. But it's Zoboslai who cuts it out and lays it back inside. Isak gets it to Salah. Looking for the run of Matt Sells, who's out of his box quickly to stop Gravenberch from getting in there. He'd made a run forward. Matt Sells positioning himself on the edge of the box for those through balls. It's all the way across to the left inside his own box with Kerkez now. Kerkez lays it down the line. Gakpo gives it back to Kerkez. It chips forward for Gakpo, but it's going to be picked up by Murillo. foot in from Gakpo. Forced the ball back to Sells, and his ball down the right-hand side is a bit wayward, and it goes out on the halfway line. A throw to Liverpool on the far side. Throw's taken quickly to Van Dijk. Kanate now to Szoboszlai on this near side. Back to Kanate. Forest standing off until the ball gets to around about the halfway line, and then they're in quickly. Every time a ball is played in, they're quickly snapping at the heels of the man receiving the ball, and it's back on the halfway line now with Kanate. Jones to Szoboszlai. Salah cutting in on his left foot again. There's a ball across to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it to McAllister. McAllister gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk gives it to Kanate, coming right. Inside to Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones now. Gravenberch. Jones in a bit of space. Salah now tries to flick the ball inside. He gets a lucky rebound, gets it across the box, and it's away at the back post. Szoboszlai has picked the ball up though, giving it back to Salah. Salah tries to go inside. Anderson, well played by Anderson, strong. Gets it to Williams, who can clear it. Van Dijk heads it back though. Pressure's back on. Szoboszlai just couldn't keep that in. It's going to be a throw to Forest. But it's deep in their own half on this near side, their left-hand side. Liverpool really keeping the pressure on them. Anderson blowing there. He's got a problem with his right ankle, has he? Putting the hard yards in so far. Gravenberch. It's a bit crowded in there. The ball's across to the right-hand side now. It's Gibbs-White holding them off. Gives it inside to Dominguez. Back to Gibbs-White. Over on the far touchline. Level with the 18-yard box. It's back to Undoy. And back to Gibbs-White. He lays it inside. Sangare, first touch of the ball. Cross comes in. Headed away by Van Dijk. Gravenberch, he's lost the ball on the edge of the box. Sangare went down. There's an appeal for a penalty in the box there. Referee says nothing. Look, must have been contact there. Looked like there might have been a drag back or something. Isak goes down in the centre circle. He claims there was a foul. Referee's having none of that also. Sangare's down there. Let's see, it's McAllister. What does McAllister do to him? Looking at that replay there, didn't look like there was anything there. There was a coming together of feet, but there was never a foul by looks of things. But Sangare looks like he's come out the worst for wear. And he's still down in the Liverpool penalty area. Chance for us to have a look at early scores, if there are any. West Ham are a goal up against Bournemouth. That seems to be the only goal so far. The rest of the games are 0-0 at the moment. Right ankle problem for Sangare, but the referee's having a laugh with Virgil van Dijk, so VAR's taken a look at it as well, and they've thought nothing of it. Sangare will have to go off for the 30-second break that he's supposed to do now. You're not missing anything yet. Play hasn't got back underway. If you're not a subscriber, quickly hit that subscribe button for us. Help us grow our channel. Doesn't cost you anything, not asking for any money, just a quick subscribe and a like if you can. Sangari is still taking his time to get off to the touchline. Drop ball is given back to Forest deep in their own half. Under pressure from Isak, it goes long, but Kerkez heads the ball on. Flicked on by McAllister. Picked up by Murillo there. And he's going to lay it all the way back to Sells. Sells is under pressure and has to get rid of it quickly. Sangari is still not back on yet. Might get to come back on now as the ball's gone out over on that far side, halfway inside the Forest half. Sangari does come back on. Forest back up to full strength. Savona, long throw is headed forward by Gravenberch. Jones gets it out to Gakpo. He's going to attack that left-hand side. He gets a cross in that's Murillo picks out. Gakpo got a rebound on the edge of the 6-yard box, but his shot is blocked and it goes high in the air and out for a goal corner. Some good work down that left-hand side there, Gakpo. Murillo got in the way of the first cross, and then when it dropped to Gakpo, Anderson got in the way of his shot. And McAllister over on the left-hand side now is going to take the right-footed in swinging corner. Everybody up again. Virgil van Dijk, Canate. And it comes now. It's a low one. Laid out to the edge of the box it was a low one. A grass cutter. Jones, it must have been one they've worked on because it came to the 6-yard box and he immediately laid it out to Jones on the edge of the 18-yard box. But he was leaning back as he had his first-time shot and it's well over the bar. It's driven forward by Milenkovic. Van Dijk wins the header over the head of McAllister. Slid forward by Murillo. Jesus gets a crossing. Gibbs White can't get there. To Salah, but the ball came loose. Murillo's in there though, strong. It's away. He has a shot at McAllister, who goes down to his left and makes a comfortable save. It's a long way out from. It did open up for him in front of him though. He was about 25 yards out. It did open up for him though, but it was a comfortable save for Alisson. Now Zoboslai on the near side. He's closed down by Dominguez, who seems to have come across to this near side, this left-hand side of Forest. Swapped with Jesus, I would imagine. Salah now. There's the ball into Curtis Jones. Appeal for offside, and he wasn't offside. Gives it to Zoboslai. Gives it back to Salah. Back to Zloboslai. Puts a cross into the back post, but it's high in the air. Gibbs White's in the way. Gravenberch gets it. Back to Gakpo. Back to Gravenberch. Lays it inside for Isak. His layoff is not very good. It's cleared away by Savona, but Liverpool pick the ball back up again and come again. It's laid back to Canate. Zoboslai back to Canate in the centre circle, but in the Forest half. It's given to Gravenberch. Van Dijk, Gravenberch. Kerkez. Van Dijk. Canate on the halfway. Right on the centre circle. Holds the ball and looks for options. Goes left to Van Dijk, who's got Gakpo out on the touchline. He goes to Gravenberch. Gravenberch across to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones to this near side to Salah. On his left foot, gives it back to Curtis Jones. Tries to go back for the return, but it's blocked off before it can get to Salah. And Canate is in the back of Igor Jesus and he's penalised for that. And it's a free kick to Forest. I think it was Anderson again who was in the way there. He's done some important defensive work as Anderson. Ball goes all the way back to Sells. Jones was quickly on him. He had to rush the clearance. Van Dijk brings it down, gives it to Kerkez. Kerkez immediately gets it forward to Gakpo. Gakpo lays it inside. McAllister goes back. Gravenberch, Konate, Szoboszlai on the halfway line. Available is Van Dijk left. Still on the halfway. Back to Konate. Szoboszlai still on the halfway. It's going backwards and forwards on that halfway line. Konate now. He comes out to Salah now. Salah with Williams. Williams gets in there. Can Salah beat him for pace? He can't. Williams stayed with him and got his foot in and concedes the throw. Szoboszlai's going to take the throw. He goes back to Konate. Gives it back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai back to Konate on the halfway. He's under pressure from Igor Jesus. He gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes out to Gakpo on the far side. He's into the box now. He's got a chance of a shot. It's hit straight at Murillo. Milenkovic, I think it was that time. Van Dijk wins the ball back though. Gakpo again. He's got a turn and got a run into the box. Isak clears out to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai on his left foot is a deflection and it just takes it over the bar. With the goalkeeper diving the opposite way, he was well beaten if it had been on target. On his left foot, just takes it wide of that right-hand post as Sells dived across to his left. Corner to Liverpool. Looks like it's Gakpo this time, the right-footed in-swinger. And it comes again. It's a good one. Van Dijk was up there. Murillo beat him to it though. Conceded another corner though. Must be about 8 corners Liverpool have had now, at least. Really keeping the pressure on. 30 minutes gone though. It's still 0-0. See him again. Gakpo, right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. And it comes again to the near post. It's headed away. Jesus. It comes to Gakpo. He tries to go around his man. Gets his left-footed crossing. It's a good one as well. It's headed away by Dominguez. Kerkez now. Back to Gakpo. Gakpo seen a lot of the ball in the last couple of minutes. Close to the edge of the box. He lays it back to Kerkez who puts his cross in. Konate's up there. It's come to Salah. Salah chips it back into the 6-yard box. Murillo heads it away. Igor Jesus helps it further. Gibbs White picks it up. Igor Jesus is away down the left-hand side now. He lays it in for Undoy, but Undoy's not going to get to that one. Konate beats him to it, but it's a corner to Forest. It's good play by Gibbs White. Under a lot of pressure. Strong held it off. Laid it into the left-hand side for Undoy. Still waiting for this corner to be taken. It's the first one. Anderson's going to take it. If he leaves the ball there, that's nowhere near inside the quadrant. It's a good few inches out, but he's going to be allowed to take it. Right-footed in-swinger. Headed to the back post. It's in the back of the box and it's put in by Murillo at the far post on the 6-yard box. It dropped to him. He killed it with his left foot and then slotted it across Allison inside his right-hand post, and Forest are taking the lead. Against the run of play, it's got to be said, but they've been resilient of Forest, and now they've got the lead. It's a great finish by Murillo, it's got to be said. I think there was a VAR check on that, but it's given. I think what they were doing is that it was Undoy was stood right in front of Becker. I think that what they were saying is that he was stood in front of the goalkeeper, blocking his view. But VAR thought differently, and the goal stands. And after all that pressure from Liverpool, Forest are in the lead. The ball goes long. Canate is up there. Picture freezes again. Anderson gets the ball down the line. It's Undoyev has won the throw, far side. Liverpool under a bit of pressure now. And while the picture was frozen there, picture keeps bloody freezing when there's something gone on and I can't see what it is. Checking a disallowed goal for handball. The picture's frozen. I can't believe it. It's such a vital time as well. I think what they're saying is Igor Jesus must have put the ball in the back of the net for 2-0, but they're checking whether he's handballed it or not. Just seeing what comes now. Igor Jesus puts it into the back of the net. And they're looking for handball on his left arm. He brought it under control and then hit it past Alisson Becker's right hand. Still a VAR check. And it's disallowed. And the game goes on. Liverpool lucky there. Could have been 2-0 down. They're not as resilient at the back as they used to be. This is getting really annoying now. Ball goes across to the right-hand side. It's brought down again. Kekes, with the ball under his feet, is under pressure from Undoy, and Undoy fouls him and concedes the free kick. I think there's a yellow card for one of the Forest backroom staff. Ian Warren, by looks of things. Don't know what he was complaining about, but he got a yellow card for it. Not happy. I think if I was the referee there and Ian Warren was giving me the mouthful that he's just given him, I think I'd have sent him straight off. It was a real foul-mouthed rant. Salah lays it down the line for Isak. Looks, there's three of them round him. Isak was on a hide into nothing there. Elliot Anderson there, give it to Murillo. And Williams, a bit of an edge into the game now. Not that I can see it because it keeps freezing. Really frustrating now. The result is it's a free kick to Liverpool on the right-hand side. Salah's going to take it left-footed. He swings it. It's a pull on it. Doesn't even beat the first man in the box. And it's headed away. Szoboszlai gets out to Salah again on the right-hand side. Curtis Jones in support. Curtis Jones gets it close to the corner flag on the right. He tries to go around Williams and then pushes him in the back, and Williams goes down cleverly and wins the free kick. Into the 40th minute by the looks of things. Liverpool 17 touches in the opposition's box as opposed to Forest's 5, but Forest have had the ball in the back of Liverpool net twice. One of them's counted, one of them hasn't. Really annoying. I don't know what's wrong with this, but it keeps freezing all the time. Started off okay. Losing continuity with this game, but it's a free kick on the left-hand side for Liverpool. Just on the edge of the Forest box. Kerkez with it. Szoboszlai going across. Maybe Szoboszlai's going to do a right-footed in-swinger. And it comes now. It's chipped in. There's a header in, and it's a good save by Sells diving to his right. It was a high one, high to his right, but he's managed to catch it comfortably. I don't know who got his head to that. Was it? It was McAllister just in front of Van Dijk there. Good job. He's tall, Sells. Yeah, good save. It wasn't too far wide of him. This is driving me crazy. Ball played forward, but Jesus was offside, and he knew he was, so he didn't bother playing it. Anderson goes across to the right-hand side, but it's behind Ndoye, but he managed to keep it in, but he's had to go backwards. And Milenkovic, under pressure, has gone all the way back to Sells. Sells drives it right-footed. Dominguez giving chase with Konate. He tips it away from Konate. Szoboszlai slides in, though, to help Konate, but it goes out for a throw. Forest have really got their tails up now. It's going to be a long throw close to the corner flag on this left-hand side in the Liverpool half. It's going to be a long throw, I would imagine. Don't know if Williams has got a long throw, but they've all retreated back, so he must have. Taken short, though. back to Williams. Szoboszlai gets his cross in, does Williams. It's deep to the back post. Headed back. And Doyle won it, but it didn't drop at the feet of Igor Jesus, and it's cleared away. Throw to Forest over on the far side. Comes into Igor Jesus, but he's beaten to it. McAllister lays it forward, looking for the run of Gakpo, but it's cleared away, brought down by Szoboszlai. Konate gets it quickly out to Curtis Jones in the midfield. Back to Konate. Back to Jones. He chips one forward, looking for Salah on this near line. He goes round Williams now. He's got a chance to hit that byline. Gets a cross in. He went for goal with a curler to the near post with the outside of his left foot. And Sells was stood in a great position to be able to just power that away. Don't know whether Salah was going for. I can't imagine he was going for goal. It was maybe a cross. But it was a mishit cross. It's a poor delivery, but he gets a corner out of it. Szoboszlai right-footed away swinger, and it comes now. It's a free header there. No, Konate couldn't get to it. It's headed away. Szoboszlai picks the ball up again. He puts a cross in that's blocked. Igor Jesus gets his foot in, deflects it straight into touch for a throw, which Szoboszlai takes. Konate gives it back to Szoboszlai, back to Gravenberch, into the centre circle in the Forest half. 5 minutes have added. Gakpo. A good return from McAllister. Gakpo again going to his cross in. No, there's too many defenders in front of him. The cross is blocked. Another corner though. In comes. Oh, I thought it was a corner. It looked like a corner, but I must have been wrong because it was a goal kick that was taken that went all the way through to Alisson. Alisson's rolled it out to Van Dijk. He goes long looking for Salah over the head of Williams. No, he just gets his head to it, lays it inside to Anderson. Anderson, a good first half as Anderson. Just flick forward. Igor Jesus can't make it. Dominguez volleys it forward. He was looking for the run of Van Dijk, and he was beaten to it by Kerkez, and he lays it back to Becker. Out to Konate. Konate to Salah. Salah looking for a ball through for Isak. On the edge of the box. His cross is blocked. He picks the loose ball back up again. He's been forced back by Murillo. Lays it inside to Jones. Jones has got three of them around him. And eventually the ball goes out for, I thought it was a throw for Forest. So did everybody else. It's given to, in fact, it's a free kick given. Dominguez is going to make sure that can't be taken quickly by standing right in front of the ball. The referee, under no circumstances was he going to allow that to happen. Gives him a mouthful. But Szoboszlai can take this one now. Right-footed. From the right-hand side. Hand up. In it comes now. It's a deep one. In fact, it's over the head of everybody and out to the back post. And I think Savona is going to let that roll out to waste a bit of time. Over on the far side, it's a throw to Forest. The referee's saying to him, get a move on. Ball's laid back to Alisson. Alisson gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Gravenberch. Van Dijk on the halfway line. Across to Konate. Tried to give it to Salah, but he sold him short. Williams nips in there, but then the ball ends up back with Szoboszlai, and he goes all the way back to Alisson. Alisson to Van Dijk. Kanate. Szoboszlai just inside the Forest half. Salah tries to lay a ball through for the run of ball goes out to the left-hand side now. Played inside to Kerkez. Back to Gravenberch. Kerkez forcing him back. Goes back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk into the middle. Szoboszlai's there. Skips away from two. There's a little ball in for the run of Kerkez, but it's too far in front of him. Anderson wins that one back and just lumps it forward, knowing that it's the last minute of this first half. Goes all the way back to Van Dijk to Becker. Becker gives it to Kanate, who can run forward to the halfway. At least he's not going to be challenged till he gets there. He lays it out to Jones. Jones to Salah. Williams has really kept an eye on Salah. Done well, but this time he's let it run out for a throw to Liverpool. Jones now. Jones to Gravenberch. Gravenberch's going to lay it across to Van Dijk, who can make way into the Forest half. Over to Gakpo on that far side. Tries to play it into Kerkez. Savona's in the way. Hits his legs and goes out for a throw. Taken quickly with just seconds to go. Gravenberch turns one way down the other, then goes back to Van Dijk. And then before the cross can go in, it's half time. Half time, 1-0 to Liverpool. Hopefully we'll get a look at that disallowed second goal, because the picture froze just as it all went off, but I should be able to get to see it again, see what happened. I know for certain that it was disallowed by VAR for a handball by Igor Jesus. Controversial, but it's happened before. We'll take a look at the half-time scores now. And at half-time, it's Bournemouth 0, West Ham 2. Callum Wilson scored them both. Getting a start is Callum Wilson. I think he just said recently that he's aiming for a World Cup place. If he keeps scoring 2 or 3 goals a match, he's going to put himself right in the picture. Half-time at Brighton, it's Brighton 0, Brentford 1. And that's a penalty from Igor Thiago on the 29th minute. 0-0 at half-time at Fulham, Sunderland. And Wolves and Crystal Palace are 0-0 at half-time as well. If anyone's interested in scores from the Championship, let's just take a quick look through those and see what there is. So the early kickoff finished Bristol City 3, Swansea 0. Charlton 1, Southampton 5. Southampton having a cracking win there. And Coventry coming from 2 down to beat West Brom 3-2. Half time, it's Birmingham City 3, Norwich 1. It don't get any better for Norwich. Derby County 1, Watford 0, Ipswich 0, Wrexham 0, Leicester 2, Stoke 0, Oxford United 1, Middlesbrough 0, Portsmouth 1, Millwall 1, and Queen's Park Rangers 1, Hull City 1. So that's the half-time scores in the Championship. Let's just take a look at the tables just to see how it actually affects them so far at the top of the Premiership. I don't think it's looking good for Liverpool, because if it stays the way as it is, they'll drop down to 10th place. behind Manchester United. Believe that. Forest would move up a couple of places and would go above Leeds and Burnley. Burnley would slip into the relegation places because West Ham are winning at the moment. So it's all changed down at the bottom. Let's just take a look at the half-time statistics as they are at the moment. Let's see what the statistics say. So Liverpool have dominated possession. They've had nearly 72% of the possession. The expected goals is 1.8 for Liverpool and 0.25 for Forest, and yet Forest are winning. 10 shots to 4 for Forest. Problem with Liverpool, they've only had 3 of those 10 on target, where Forest have had 2 of their 4 on target. 20 touches inside the Forest box for Liverpool, only 6 for Forest, so that would go with the statistics of the possession. 7 corners, Liverpool to Forest 1. But the one that they got, they scored from. I'm just going to have a look at that second goal, the disallowed goal, and just see what actually went on. I'm just looking at that first goal as Murillo strikes the ball and Doy is right in front of Alisson. Right, so what they're saying is that Undoy was stood in front of Becker, Alisson Becker, when the goal was put in, but it was offside. His back foot was offside, in an offside position, and yet VAR didn't pick that up, so it's very controversial. Imagine Arne Slot's going to be furious with that, because the goal shouldn't have been allowed, apparently. And all that VAR did was actually check that Undoy was not in the line of vision of Alisson. They didn't check whether he was offside, and it was offside. His back foot was in an offside position, so the goal shouldn't have been allowed. So, more rubbish from VAR, basically. The goal should not have been allowed. They're just comparing it to the one with Donnarumma a couple of weeks ago, where Van Dijk heads it in, and who was it who stood in his way? They're just comparing it to the one where Andy Robertson was in the way of Donnarumma, which shouldn't have been, and it should have been allowed. It's the same for this one here, but this time Dominguez was offside. His back foot was offside. They're talking about whether it was in line of vision of Becker, but it was offside. It's been confirmed that it was offside. Michael Owen just pointed out the fact that Liverpool fans will be fuming after the game against Man City when their goal was disallowed, and this one was exactly the same, was allowed against them. But that's the way it goes at times. I'm still waiting to see that second goal, to see what really happened. While we wait for that replay to come on, if you want to become a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber. Help the channel grow. We're well over 200 subscribers now and looking to push to 225 and on to 250. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps my channel grow. It just promotes the channel with YouTube. If you want to join in the live chat, if you're watching the game and you've seen those goals, what do you think? Should either of them been allowed? Should either of them been choked off? Could have been 2-0 to Forest. What do you think? Let me know. And if you've got a score prediction for the second half, they're still showing that goal against Man City from Van Dijk. If you've got a score prediction, let us know what it is now. Get in there. And we're going to see this second goal now. It's a throw that's taken from the far side of the right-hand side. It's crossed in. And Ego Jesus is challenging with Konate. It deflects off Konate onto Ego Jesus' left arm, and he stood in front of the goal in the 6-yard box. It does hit the top out of his arm, close to the shoulder area. It drops to his feet, and then he right foots it past Alisson and into the far corner. And what's happened is on field, the referee's called handball. And then the VAR has to take a look at that and decide whether it's a clear and obvious error. And obviously they've looked at the VAR replay and decided that the referee did not make a big error. It wasn't an error. And so the goal didn't stand. But you could have understood that if it had been. So that's the two talking points. Let me know what you think. Both controversial, I think. First one was offside, but they didn't check that. They just checked the standing in the line of vision of the referee. The second one was a handball that the referee called, but VAR couldn't overturn because it wasn't a clear and obvious error. What do you think? Let me know. Get in the chat now and let us know what you think. If you're enjoying the live coverage, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. The next game we're going to do is tomorrow, the Leeds Aston Villa game, 2 o'clock kickoff. So if you can join us for that, please do. Should be another cracking game. It's a big game for Leeds now, because if these current results stay as they are, then Leeds are now in the bottom 3. A win or a point will take them out. But they've got some massive games coming up of Leeds, including Man City away, Chelsea at home, Liverpool away. You wouldn't expect them to get many points out of those. And when December comes, they've got Liverpool again. It doesn't get any easier. You would back Leeds to get things out of home games. You would back them against any team in a home game. But the away games, they do look vulnerable. But that's tomorrow. If you can join us for that, it'd be great to see you. I'm still waiting for the game to get back underway. They're still on the advertisements yet, so you're not missing anything. So if you are got a second, just hit that subscribe button, that like button. Big game tomorrow. If we look at the fixtures tomorrow, just trying to bring that up for you. Massive game tomorrow. Just trying to bring that up. It's November fixtures. Bring it up properly for us. website's playing is up. Newcastle against Man City at 5:30. That'll be a test for Newcastle. They haven't been at the best so far. So we shall see. Yeah, it's the London derby, isn't it? That's what the North London derby that I was referring to. The Arsenal-Tottenham game at 4:30 tomorrow, but we shall be doing the Leeds-Aston Villa at 2 o'clock. And then if you can join us for the Manchester United-Everton game on Monday, it'd be great to see you there. Looking ahead to next Saturday, we'll be doing the Man City Leeds United game. So if you can join us for that as well. Not sure what game I might do Sunday, yeah. There's an early kick-off, a 12 o'clock kick-off between Crystal Palace and Manchester United. I may do that one, I don't know. If you hit the notification bell, then you'll be told when I've decided which game to do. Can't be far off kick-off, it's 4:05 now. Newcastle and Man City arriving for their game in an hour and a half or so. Teams back on the pitch. Manchester United, Liverpool going through a few warm-ups before the second half starts. Still waiting for the game to kick off. We aren't ready yet. All the games back underway now, so we'll try and keep an eye on those scores as we can. Williams has got away there. And Forest have scored. Savona was side-footed it into the back of the net. And Liverpool are 2-0 down. That was just too easy. Forest take Liverpool apart and are 2-0 down. And the ball comes in from the left-hand side. There's a run inside by Williams. And he just lays it back to Savona on the edge of the 6-yard box, who side foots in. And it's poor defending. It was Salah who was in there. And the ball comes through Salah's legs as it's cut back by Williams. And Savona, just leaning back slightly, side foots it over the top of Alisson. Past his left hand and into the top corner. What a start for Forest. What a start for Sean Dyche. He's really turned this team around from relegation favourites to beating Liverpool. How can Liverpool react now? It was a good finish. Can Liverpool react? On this near side now, Kerkers gives it to Gravenberch, back to Kerkers. Goes back to Van Dijk. Go across to Zoboslai. Zoboslai to Kanate in the centre circle on the halfway line. Looking for a ball. There's no ball out. Back to Zoboslai. Comes across to Van Dijk on the left. He's got a bit of space in front of him. He lays it across the left-hand side. It's Gakpo now. Can attack that box again. Lays it back to Kerkers. Kerkers puts his cross in. McAllister's up there, but he was under pressure. Slightly behind him, slightly high. His header drifts out over the bar. Sellers is going to take the goal kick. Long. Hugo Jesus is penalised for a foul on Kanate, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Steep inside the Liverpool half, though. Back with Zoboslai and Kanate. Bringing it forward, close to the centre circle. Lays it left. It's Kerkers back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes longer to the right. Salah brings it down on his left foot. Zoboslai puts a cross in to the edge of the box. It's Jones, lays it out to Salah. Tries to put a curling shot in. It's Williams and then comes back to Salah. Salah on the edge of the box again. Puts one into McAllister. McAllister gets the ball back, lays it out to Gakpo on the left-hand side of the box. Now he comes on his right foot looking for space. There's no space. Back to Gravenberch. Zoboslai. Zoboslai's going to put a cross in again, and he does do it. It's over the head. No, Murillo gets it high in the air. And then Williams heads it away before he goes down in the box. Not missing anything. It's treatment to Williams. Isak has it now. McAllister gives it to Gakpo, but he's lost it. Forest can come away again. Gibbs White picks it up. A ball down the line looking for Hugo Jesus. Is with Kanate. Kerkez gets back. Throw goes to Forest. It's going to be taken by Savona. Throws it into Gibbs White. Gibbs White to the byline, gets a whipped crossing to the back post. Allison manages to grab it at the back post, rolls it out to Zoboslai, inside to Gravenberch, onto the halfway and gets a ball in down the line for Isak, but it's cut out by Murillo. Murillo gets out to the right to Undoy. Undoy down the line for the run of Igor Jesus into the box. Now he's held up by Kanate. His cross is blocked by Kanate, but it goes out for a corner. Looks like Liverpool are going to be bringing on Ekitike. Anderson's going to come across to take this corner, but he's not in any hurry. And it comes now. Headed into the air by Igor Jesus, but Alisson who picks the ball up. Szoboszlai gives it to Gravenberch coming forward. Back to Szoboszlai. Close to the touchline on the far side, just inside the Forest half. Swaps passes with McAllister. Canate now rolls it across to the left-hand side to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it down the line for Kerkez. Kerkez tries to go around his man. Undoy is too strong for Kerkez. Wins the ball fairly. Milenkovic drives it down the line. Van Dijk's header picked up by Jones. Ekitike still not on. He spreads it wide, looking for Salah. He's going to be beaten to it by Williams. Ball comes to Szoboszlai, who lays it back to Canate. Back to Szoboszlai, just on the halfway line on the far side. Salah plays it inside. Gravenberch picks the ball up, can run at the Forest box. He's brought down on the edge of the box. The referee says no, and it's cleared away. Drops inside the Liverpool half and will be picked up and returned by Van Dijk and Canate. Gakpo now on this near side, the left-hand side. In support is Kerkez. McAllister. Back to Gakpo. Good defensive shape of Forest. There's no balls through. Szoboszlai. Out to Salah on the far side. Can he attack Williams? He plays the ball inside, but it's a poor one. And it's cleared away. Jesus is, well, I was going to say he was fouled by Canate on the halfway line. He wasn't. Referee's having none of it. Looked like an arm was up there. And this time I think we're going to get the Liverpool substitution. And Ekitike is going to come on for Canate. It's Gakpo on the left-hand side now. Foot in from Savona. Throw to Liverpool. Kerkez is going to take it. Forest substitutions warming up as well. It goes back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk checks and gives it back to Kerkez. Kerkez to Gakpo. Being forced back by Savona. Szoboszlai. Jones. Salah. Being pretty ineffective as Salah. Jones to Szoboszlai. McAllister to Salah. Salah puts a cross in. It's headed away by Milenkovic, and then there's a foul. Milenkovic gets the free kick. Isak, who was marking him, just well, Isak did give Milenkovic a shove, but then Milenkovic headed the ball away, then threw himself to the floor and then got the free kick. Igor Jesus challenging with Van Dijk. Goes through to Alisson. It's Gravenberch, who's actually dropped into the back four now for Liverpool. Szoboszlai. Jones. Salah. Back to Jones. Plays it inside for Ekitike. Skips inside, gets a cross in. It's cleared away by Milenkovic on the 6-yard box. Isak was lurking. Cleared down the line. Throw to Liverpool. Straight out from Williams. Taken quickly. Jones to Van Dijk. Little 10-yard pass to Kerkez. Gets the ball back. Gravenberch out to the far side to Salah. Into the box. Crowded out. There's it to McAllister. Jones. Szoboszlai puts a cross in. It's blocked by Anderson at the expense of another corner. Eighth corner for Liverpool. And it comes now. Szoboszlai, right-footed away swinger. Milenkovic wins it. Edge of the box. It's picked up by Jones. He gets it out to Szoboszlai. It's fired high into Szoboszlai. He couldn't do anything with that. But he gets the ball as it's headed away again. McAllister, central, coming forward. Tries to play a ball into Isak, but it's cleared away. Forest coming away down the right-hand side. Kerkez is in there on Doy. Throw to Forest, though, just inside the Liverpool half, this near side. Amari Hutchinson about to come on by the looks of things for Forest. Savona goes all the way back to Milenkovic, and he goes all the way back to Sells. And Sells drives it long, central. Jesus was offside. Free kick given to Liverpool. They get it away straight away. Kerkez. Van Dijk goes long to the right over the head of Williams. So Salah has got a chance of a shot now. It's a poor one that's blocked. Murillo's in the way on the 6-yard box. Murillo well positioned. Szoboszlai. Ekitike tries to get out to Jones on the right-hand side of the box, but it's behind him. And goes out for a throw. How many times are we used to seeing Salah come in on that left foot into the box and then curl one into the top corner where they didn't get anywhere near the contact that he would have liked. It's like Dominguez is going off. Amari Hutchinson coming on. Throw about to be taken long down the line. Here you go, Jesus tries to take it on his chest, but he can't keep it in, and it's a throw to Liverpool. Van Dijk to Gravenberch. Jones gets it back to Gravenberch, comes across to Van Dijk. Szoboszlai. Gravenberch. Van Dijk. Szoboszlai playing more central now. Out to the right-hand side. It's more Salah. There's it inside for Jones. Jones has got no support and the ball's taken off him by Anderson. Hutchinson has it now. Throw to Liverpool, though. Van Dijk forward. Picked up by McAllister. McAllister to Kerkez. Van Dijk in support. Little ball to the right-hand side to Gravenberch. Curtis Jones gets it to Mo Salah on the far side. He can attack Williams again, but his control lets him down again. But the ball comes inside. Salah got a chance of a shot. And they dive in front of him as he hits his shot, and they manage to get in the way and block the shot. And it goes out for a corner. Great little back heel from Szoboszlai to set Salah up. In fact, he must have dragged that wide because it didn't go out for a corner. It went out for a goal kick. So he must have dragged it horribly wide. I thought it had been deflected by the defenders throwing themselves in. Gibbs White has lost the ball. Forest going to come on the attack. Salah's into the box now. And Milenkovic is too strong for him. It's well played by Milenkovic. He eased Salah off the ball. And now they're away down the left-hand side into the Liverpool box. Got people in support. To the edge of the box. Anderson. And his shot is straight at Alisson. Picks it up and rolls it out over arm. Mo Salah again. It's end-to-end now. The game has opened up. Mo Salah comes inside. Tries to get Isak in, but it's cleared away. On the edge of the box with Salah again. Isak had a shot from 12 yards out. He had a swing at it with his right foot and completely mishit it. Goes back out to Szoboszlai. Mo Salah out. Mo Salah gets the ball. Chance to attack the box again. Williams hits the ball at Williams. Szoboszlai picks it up. He tries to put a cross in that's blocked by Anderson. Picks the ball up again to Szoboszlai. Lays it back to Jones. And then to Gravenberch. Across to Van Dijk. Ekitike now. Going to attack the byline. He's got a chance to get across. He cuts back onto his right foot. Then does to get the cross in. Salah heads it back down looking for Jones, but it's cleared away. Just to the halfway line. It can be brought back by Szoboszlai. Back to Salah. Liverpool crowd right into this now. Back. Gakpo puts a cross into the back. Sells is out strong and punches it away. It's well done. Strong. Dominating his area. Szoboszlai now. Right footed across again. Headed away by Murillo. Gibbs White can come away with the ball now. It's just behind Igor Jesus, but he's strong enough to hold the ball up. Gets it to Omari Hutchinson now. Gravenberch holding him up. Gravenberch's too strong for him. Gravenberch went down thinking the free kick was going to be his, handled the ball, and the free kick is given against him. It's a free kick to Forest, and Gravenberch's going to get a yellow card for handball, bad looks of things. And he does. It's just on the edge of the Liverpool box. It's only about a yard or so. Over on the far side, the left-hand side, it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from Anderson, by the looks of things. It comes in, it's driven. It's headed away at the near post by Szoboszlai for a corner. Driven at the near post by Anderson. Szoboszlai was watching it. Corner to be taken on the far side, a right-footed in-swinger. And it comes in now, flipped away at the near post by Van Dijk. Comes out to the right. Sangari lays it down the line for Hutchinson, but Hutchinson's offside and it's a free kick. Taken quickly. More subs for Liverpool. Isak goes off. He's done 67 minutes. Didn't really get involved in the game. didn't add a threat. Kerkers goes off as well. Chiesa comes on. And Andy Robertson will replace Kerkers. Ball's into Jones, just on the halfway line. It's Gravenberch. Van Dijk. Robertson gets his first touch. Lays it back to Gravenberch on the centre circle. Jones out to Salah. Salah's got two on him. Goes for a 1-2 with Szoboszlai. Gets inside. Murillo's strong though. Hooks it away for a throw. Jones. Szoboszlai. Crossed by McAllister to the back post. There's no one there but Sells. And Sells takes a catch and then falls on the floor just to waste a few more seconds. Sells drops it on the floor, then smashes it forward. Van Dijk wins the header on the halfway line. Undoy lets the ball run through his legs and out for a throw. Just short of the halfway line. And a shot is looking concerned now. Ball played inside. Picked up by Jones. Given to Szoboszlai going forward. Salah again seeing plenty of the ball now. But he's not got the better of Williams yet. And Gibbs-White takes it off him and comes away. Played inside to Anderson. Down the line, played 1-2. It's well played by Forest. Comes into Igor Jesus. Van Dijk is penalised for the challenge on Igor Jesus. Yeah, just did catch him. Was a foul. It's in another dangerous position though. It's very central. It's only just outside the Liverpool penalty area. You go, Jesus, maybe suffering with a bit of cramp now. Yeah, it's dead central. It's probably about 20 yards out. It's only a couple of yards outside the box. The draft excluders in for the Liverpool wall. Gibbs-White's going to take this. Murillo's there as well. It's going to be Gibbs-White. Straight out the wall. Szoboszlai was working hard out of the wall. Ball goes long. It's flicked on. Ekitike now goes down. Savona has got the better of him and then it's cleared away. And then there's a foul given. Gakpo penalised. Last 17 minutes plus any added time. Liverpool need to act fast if they're going to get themselves back into this game, which they haven't looked like doing so far. Sells drives it long. Jesus beats Gravenberch. Gibbs-White is in there. And Doig just can't keep it in. Throw to Liverpool, but it's deep in their own half. Crowd getting frustrated. You can hear it. Throw's taken to Zoboslai. It's intricate passing inside that box there. Alisson gets the ball, left-footed into centre of midfield. Ekitike is brought down and Milenkovic is penalised. Liverpool away quickly. Zoboslai straight out to Salah. Salah cuts inside Williams, lays it back to Zoboslai on the edge of the box. Right-footed shot. He's going through his Eno. Murillo's in there and clears it away. Gives it to Anderson. Anderson lays it back to Williams. Williams skips past Chiesa. Ndoye. Jones, but he lets the ball run away. Anderson takes it off him in centre midfield, gets the ball into Igor Jesus, but Van Dijk's just into that ball before him, pokes it out for a throw. Second half, Liverpool have had no shots on target. Anderson chips one forward. Hutchinson on the edge of the box now, checks back. Savona makes to the run, but Hutchinson turns one way, then back the other. He's got two men around him, Hutchinson, but wins the corner. Off Robertson. Certainly Forest in no hurry to take this corner, wasting every bit of time that they can. That was Anderson that was coming across to take that. It's on this right-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed away swinger by Anderson. And it comes in now to the back post. It's headed straight out, straight at Alisson by Jesus. Catches it and rolls it out to Zoboslai straight away. And Liverpool looking to stream forward. Has to go back to Gravenberch. He gives it to Van Dijk in the centre circle. Gives it to Curtis Jones. Jones chips it forward. It's Chiesa. Gives it back to Jones. Turns one way. Gives it back to Chiesa. Ball's deflected to McAllister, to Van Dijk, to Gravenberch. Salah over on the far side. No space for Salah. He has to go back to Gravenberch. And Van Dijk in plenty of space. Lays it out to Robertson. Back to Van Dijk. Gravenberch, it's going side to side, but not forward. Mo Salah. Goes back to Gravenberch. Salah. Chiesa. Robertson with him. Robertson gets it. And goes back to Van Dijk. Across to McAllister, to Gravenberch. McAllister. Side to side, but it's not going forward. It's slow passing. Chiesa skips past one man. Crosses to the edge of the box. It's headed away, though, by Williams. Gravenberch picks the loose ball up. Gives it back to McAllister. Zoboslai. Got to get it to Salah quickly. It's a shot by Zoboslai. It's a comfortable save for Sells, low down to his right. There you go. Jesus goes down under the attentions of Gravenberch and gets another foul. Another Liverpool substitution. Curtis Jones is leaving. And Gamoa comes on. Can he turn this game? The free kick goes out to the right-hand side. Murray Hutchinson brings it down. Can attack the byline again. Comes inside. He's got a chance of a shot. It's a great save. There's a rebound to Gibbs-White, and Gibbs-White puts it in, and that's the end of the game. It's a good save by Alisson, but he could only push it out to the edge of the 6-yard box, straight to Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White on his left foot just hits it into the net. And it was Amari Hutchinson who attacked the byline and put in a great shot that Alisson, diving to his right, parried out. He cut inside and opened it up on his left foot. Alisson's parry only came straight out in front of him, straight to Gibbs-White, and he picked his shot and put it inside the near post, just on the penalty spot. It was a good save. But Gibbs-White stood on his own in the middle of the penalty spot. I mean, I was no one with him there. Good save by Alisson. You've got to say, right foot, strong right hand, but it's hit across him, past his left hand and into the bottom corner. And with 10 minutes left, that's game over. Can you believe that Liverpool fans are leaving the game early? Liverpool fans never do that, though. But they are 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go. And Goma gives it to Robertson. He turns inside. There's it into Robertson, gets it back from McAllister, puts a cross into the near post that's hooked away by Milenkovic. Here you go, Jesus. And Goma skips around him. And Gamoa's tries to go even further round on the left. Runs out of space. The ball goes out for a goal kick. Big cheer from the Forest fans behind that goal. High into the air. Won by Van Dijk. Headed back by Murillo. Van Dijk wins the header again. Anderson gets his head to it, but he only flicks it onto Salah. Salah's got Williams with him. He's had no change out of Williams, hasn't Salah? Wins the throw, but he's not got round him at all. Laid it back, Zoboszlai. Van Dijk. And Gamoa. Turning one way, then the other, lays it to the edge of the box. McAllister onto his left foot. Sangari blocks him quickly. Zoboszlai in the centre circle. Van Dijk to the left. And Gamoa again. Can he take him on? Onto the right foot, left foot, going for the byline. Tries to put a cross in, but he scuffs it. And then it's cleared. Zoboszlai plays it inside to Robertson. And Gamoa. Robertson. Chiesa. Chiesa gets the ball again, has another shot again. Does Chiesa, but it's over the bar. Last 7. Liverpool fans in the crowd look stunned. Some of the crowd leaving already. Forest fans won't believe in, that's for sure. Ball's driven long. Ekitike wins the ball. Salah helps it on. Volleyed across. And Gamoa can pick this up at the near corner before it goes out. He lays it back. Robertson in support. Lays it inside to Gakpo. Salah with a shot. It's headed away by Milenkovic. It's going to go out for a throw on the far side near the corner flag to Liverpool. Salah. Played back. Gravenberch. Goes back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai chips it into the box. Gakpo's up, but it's on his skims off the top of his head and goes out for a goal kick. More substitutions for Forest. Yates and Hudson-Odoi to come on for this last 5. On the halfway line, it's a throw to Forest. Referee moves the throw back 2 yards. Then he walks 2 yards again and takes it from the place he was told not to. Sangari working hard. Matt Sells gets the ball from the ball that's hammered forward by McAllister. He waits for Ekitike to come right up to him before he picks the ball up. Taking his time, he kicks the ball out. Free header for Van Dijk. Murillo heads it forward. Szoboszlai can't bring it under control. Anderson gets it back to Murillo. Murillo chips the ball down the line. A bit of space here now. Here you go, Jesus. Chips the ball inside. Couple of deflections on the ball, but it ends up as a Forest throw. Ego Jesus again has been a thorn in the side of Liverpool defenders. Getting a good round of applause from the Forest team and his players, his teammates, quite rightly too. Yates and Hudson-Odoi come on. Odoi goes off. Ego Jesus goes off. Last 4 minutes. Ball's right in the corner flag. Anderson wins the throw. Wins the corner. Chiesa not happy about it. Someone gets a yellow card. It's Chiesa. Frustration setting in. Anderson's going to take this corner again. Right-footed in-swinger from the left. And it comes. It's a good one. It's straight up. The goalkeeper, though, Allison, makes a good catch. Oh, he's given it away as well. Omari Hutchinson wasted that one. Virtually passed it back to Allison. This time he underarms it to Szoboszlai. McAllister. Gravenberch over the halfway line. Out to the right. Salah. Back to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Central. Van Dijk, who's high up the pitch. And Gamoa comes inside on his right foot again. Gakpo now. He comes back on his right. Szoboszlai on the edge. Salah gets it now on the opposite side, on his left foot. He's lost control of it though. Williams has forced him backwards. Gravenberch. Back to Salah. Cross comes to McAllister, but it's cleared away. McAllister gets his foot in though. And is penalised for his efforts. He and Sangari, I think it's both gone down. Well, it's Hudson-Odoi who's gone down. Last minute and a half. Crowd streaming away now. This one has been gone for the last 20 minutes. Van Dijk bringing it forward, gets it to Robertson. Szoboszlai out to Salah on the far side. He puts one high into the box. Anderson is strong, shielding the ball away from Chiesa, lets the ball run out for a goal kick. Really good game, Anderson, today. I've been really impressed with him. Playing with a smile on his face as well. And why not? Beating Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield doesn't happen every day. Sells takes the goal kick long. Headed away by Van Dijk. Milenkovic gets his head to it. Hudson-Odoi to Amari Hutchinson. Hudson-Odoi is outside of him. Gets the ball back to Hudson-Odoi. Plays it inside to Hutchinson. Turns one way. Has got a chance of a shot. It's blocked by Chiesa. And only just. Anderson now. Gets the ball back. There's Anderson. Gibbs White. Tries to go around Szoboszlai. Anderson has it though. Tries to chip onto the back post. It's deflected high and over for a corner. Second time that Amari Hutchinson's come on late in games and influenced it. Five added minutes, but we've already had a minute of it so far already. Anderson battling for it next to the corner flag. The throw is given to Liverpool. McAllister brings it away. Striding forward over the halfway line. Van Dijk gets it to Ungamoa. He plays it inside McAllister. Ekitike gets out to the right. Chiesa has got Salah with him. Gives it to Salah. Salah can get in, can he? Williams got in something in the way of his cross and it goes straight into the arms of Sells. And that's the way it's been for Liverpool today. Ball goes high into the air, headed forward by Robertson, brought down by Ungamoa. Then Amari Hutchinson's in on him and concedes the throw. Ungamoa is going to take it quickly. 2 minutes gone. Szoboszlai. Robertson, left-footed, cross to the back post. Chiesa's in there. They must have got the touch because it's been given as a goal kick. Two and a half minutes. Put Liverpool out of their misery. Liverpool down to 11th with this loss, below Manchester United. Ekitike battling hard for it, but the deflection takes it out for a goal kick from about 30 yards out. Sells with the goal kick. Headed forward by Chiesa. Milenkovic is in there. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. Gravenberch comes forward. McAllister gets it out to the left to Robertson. Nowhere to go, but back to McAllister. Cross to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Chiesa tries to play it into Salah. Chiesa gets a lucky bounce. Anderson gets in there, though. McAllister still batting for it. Salah comes to Salah onto the edge of the box. The shot is there, and it's blocked back. Chiesa's shot is blocked. And they survived the Forest. Here's Ekitike now. Ingamoa with him. Ekitike trying to make a bit of space. Chiesa again chips the ball in. It's volleyed out by Milenkovic. Ingamoa again. Tries to get it to Robertson, but it's behind him. Don't know who blocked that shot. Chiesa, and it's Murillo got in the way because the goalkeeper was beaten and it hit Murillo in his stomach. Great block, because it had been a goal back. It wouldn't have been affecting the outcome, but it would have broken their clean sheet, which they'll be looking for. And there it is. End of the game. And Liverpool are well beaten, to be honest. Even though they probably had much more of the game. Didn't really look like scoring. They put a lot of effort in. But nothing in the last third. Let's just take a look at the scores from the other games as well. So as we know, the earlier score was Burnley 0, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth and West Ham drew 2-2 after West Ham at half-time were winning 2-0. So, disappointment for West Ham there. Brighton have come back and are leading Brentford 2-1 deep into added time. Fulham have beaten Sunderland 1-0. And Wolves have been beaten again by Crystal Palace this time, 2-0. Let's just take a quick look at the tables and see how that affects them. Doesn't affect the top so much, with Chelsea still in second place, but only until Man City play later on. Crystal Palace are up to 4th, Brighton 5th. Sunderland dropped down to 6th now, having lost that game. Bournemouth above Tottenham. Aston Villa, Man United into 7th position. Liverpool dropped down to 11th. Forest climb out of the relegation zone into 16th position. West Ham got a point which takes them above Leeds, so the bottom three is Wolves, Burnley and Leeds. Wolves are well adrift, having lost 5 and drawn 1 of the last 6. They're stuck on 2 points and are 12 points from safety, 10 points from safety. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, before you leave, if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, just to help the channel. And if you want to join us for other watch-alongs, hit the notification bell as well. If you can join us tomorrow for the 2 o'clock kickoff between Leeds and Aston Villa, be good to see you. But until then, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon.